Okay guys, so we're going to go through the basics of the triangle. Okay, there's lots of ways you can set up triangles, so many things you can do once you have a triangle. Okay, but this video will just be literally just explaining the most simple basic things to do with triangling someone from the bottom in the closed guard. Okay, so from closed guard, okay, the beginning of a triangle will be the trap triangle, okay, position, where I go from having both arms inside my guard, okay, to just having one arm inside my guard. Okay, so I want to get to this position first, literally just a closed guard, okay, feet locked around his back here, okay, but you have one arm in and one arm out. Okay, so when I have just my feet crossed normal, okay, we're just literally in closed guard. As soon as I can create a situation where we have one in and one out, okay, we have a trap triangle, okay, the first step to trying to get to the full triangle position to choke him. Okay, so literally the most basic way you can do that from the closed guard is just go double wrist control. Okay, you try to force one hand low, okay, towards his stomach, and then literally just open your guard. Okay, you try to use your core and your hips, and you just fire your hip up, and then try to cross your feet again. Okay, so just as a really, really simple way for us to get into it. Okay, two wrists, hand goes to the stomach, and then I just lift my hip and fire my guard up higher over his shoulder. Okay, so now I have just my feet crossed here. Okay, we have the start of the triangle. Okay, what I eventually want to get to is a fully locked, okay, triangle like so. Okay, so once we have the trapped triangle, okay, here, first step will be use my legs, okay, to pull him close to me, okay, much like in how we did the basic arm bar. Okay, my heels are curling in here, and my hand is going to go to the back of his head. So I'm just using a C grip here on the back of his head, okay. So if Neil tries to posture, okay, the strength of my legs and my arm here will keep him in place. Okay, now this arm is going to reach in underneath his leg. Okay, as I open my triangle here, because I have his head controlled, it's safe to do so. Okay, so we grab the head, we shift, and we open our triangle here. Now I try to scoot my butt out, okay, shift my hip, okay, and then fully lock my triangle here. Okay, the tightest type of triangle has his shoulder, okay, you can't see kind of because Neil's hair is so big, okay, but his shoulder is fully locked in there too. Okay, if his shoulder, look at his shoulder here, I can still cross my triangle, okay, and if I had longer legs it would be even easier, okay, but his shoulder is fully locked, it's not in the triangle, okay. We want to get to a spot where, if you guys look at Neil's left shoulder here, as I start to adjust my angle, I'm using my thigh here, okay, to force his arm in, okay, and then lock, okay, so you can see now his shoulder is completely hidden and my triangle is going to be at its tightest. Okay, so we shoot the trap triangle, okay, just making that one arm in and then one arm out situation. Okay, I bring my knees to my chest and I reach for the back of his head here with a C grip. Okay, my other hand is going to try to reach underneath his leg here. Okay, so scoot this way a bit now. Freeze. So this hand is going in underneath his leg. Okay, bringing the inside of my knee to my heel here, and then I can lock the start of the triangle fully. Okay, you'll know, rotate around a bit more now. Freeze. You'll know that you have a tight angle, okay, because you can fully lock with your foot flexed. Okay, so I don't want loose over the top of my toes here. Okay, I want to be fully locked with a completely flexed foot. Okay, so not pointed toes, flexed foot, and then completely locked here. This will be the tightest. Okay, now my heels bite down, and I start squeezing my legs together like this. Okay. Choke. First step is just to get to the trap triangle. So many ways to do that. Okay, we can cover that in other videos, lots of different setups, ways to manipulate them into it. Okay, but for now, just push one wrist in, okay, and then jump your hip. Okay, once you've jumped your hips, reach for the back of the head, okay, using the hook grip. Okay, this hand here is going to reach underneath his leg, and at the same time, I'm trying to shift my hip out, okay, and then lock. Okay, bite your heels down, start bringing your knees together here, and then squeezing your legs. Cool. Okay, so I'm underneath completely, at the complete tightest angle, his shoulder is trapped in there, my feet are flexing, okay, and then I'm squeezing down to finish. So here, push the wrist in, trap triangle first, back of the head underneath the leg, shifting out, and then locking. Okay, slowly squeezing, and we get the finish. Okay, if it's tight, guys, I'm initially using my hand behind his head, okay, like this, okay, but me pulling his face down like this is not part of the mechanics of the choke, okay? I want my thigh or my hamstring on his carotid artery here, okay, crushing it, and then his shoulder being inside the triangle, okay, is locking it on that side. My hand is just here to help him stop posturing away, okay? I'm not trying to crank his neck or pull down. All of my choke should be done with my legs here, bringing my legs together and surrounding the neck fully. Okay, this is just a placeholder, okay? I'm not trying to grab his head and get in a bad habit, okay, of trying to crank, posture away, Neil, okay, trying to crank his head down. Okay, I simply want to shift, okay, lock, okay, and my hand isn't really doing much here. It's all in my legs, okay, squeezing and finish. First step of any triangle is just getting to that trap triangle position. And then the second step is how to lock correctly, okay, shifting your hip, keeping his shoulder locked inside of there, and getting the correct angle, okay?